Today I will speak about my recent research work, evaluation of green building materials using ELECTRE method. These studies focus on selecting the best sustainable materials using a scientific decision-making approach. Next. Introduction. Green building materials are important because they reduce the environmental impact and improve sustainable. However, choosing the best materials is not easy because multiple factors must be considered. To solve this, we use a method called ELECTRE, which help in multi-criteria decision making. Next. Alternatives. In these studies, we compare 4 alternatives: Gladstone, pot Asta, colic, and targans. There are the materials or location evaluated based on several criteria. We evaluated each alternative based on 6 important criteria: construction cost, waste reduction, cement replacement, production cost, greenhouse gas emission, self-consultations. The criteria represented economic, environmental, and technical factors. The electric method consists of 6 main steps. Step 1, decision matrix, normalization, weightage, concordant, discordance, ranking. I will now explain each steps. Next. Decision matrix. In the steps, we calculate raw data for all alternatives based on the criteria. This form the decision matrix, which is the foundations of analysis. Square value table. To normalize the data, we first square each values, then we calculate the sum and square root. For each criteria, this help in standardizing the values. Next. Sum and square values. And we calculate the total and square root values for each criterion. The values are used in the normalization formula. This normalization formula, Rij is equal to Xij divided by root of sum x square ij, where Xij is equal to original values, root sum x square Xij, square root value from previous steps. The formula normalizes data by dividing each values by the square root and the sum of squares, so that all criteria converted in the common scale for fair comparisons. Calculations. Here is an example of how normalized data is done for one criteria. Normalized data matrix. This table shows the normalized values for each alternatives. Now all criteria are in the same scale and can be compared fairly. Next. This weight normalized matrix equations. Formula used Vij is equal to Rij into Wj, where Rij normalized values, Wj weight for each criteria. After normalization, we multiply each values by its corresponding weights. Weight normalized matrix. This table shows the weight normalized values. These values are used in the further electric analysis. Example calculation. This slide shows an example of weight values are calculated. In electric method, we compared alternatives pairwise concordance sets. Criteria where one's alternatives is better, discordance set. Criteria where it is worst. Next. This table converted in the concordance set into binary values for easier calculations. And we calculated concordance values for each pair of alternatives. This shows the strength and the dominance. This matrix shows whether one alternatives outrank another based on concordance. This table shows the maximum difference between alternatives for each criterion. It measuring how much one alternative is worse than another. Next. The discoordinate interval is calculated using a formula that compare difference between alternatives. Dij max minus k jij xik minus xjk maximum minus k xik minus xjk. Dij discoordinate index between alternatives mi and mj, xik and xjk, performance values of alternatives I and j on criticization k. Jij set of the criteria where mi is worst than mj. Nominator difference in performance factor criteria, criticization k. Denominator maximum difference across all criteria normalizations. Next. This matrix shows discoordinate values for each pair of alternatives. High value indicated greater disagreement. This final matrix shows dominance relationship based on discoordinates threshold. We calculate net superiors and net inferiors values to rank the alternatives. The values help determine overall performance. The final result: Targan is first rank and Porto Agista is second rank, Kolik third rank and Gladstone fourth rank. In conclusion, the electric method effectively help in selecting the best green building materials. Based on the analysis, Targan is identified as the best options. Thank you.